Last year, we used to do very intensive training. We would do maybe 9-10 hour days, and it was kind of a lot. And sometimes we even played 6-7 days a week. So ever since we joined Team Dignitas and we've talked with other people and resources that we were provided, they helped show us that that's a little bit too much and it's tiring. And so now we've changed the way that we practice. And now we practice 5 days a week, 6 hours with a 30-minute break, kind of like resting. And we want to make sure when we're waiting for scrims that we're walking around and resting our wrists and taking a breath and gathering ourselves, and it's just really been helping. We've been doing it for the past 2 or 3 months, and it's just, I feel like it's really working and helping well. And one thing that we learned when we went to the 76ers training facility was how important it was to rest. And another thing was communication between each other, because that was one of our biggest problems, and I feel like we learned so much from them of how to make our communication better with special exercises and skills that they've taught us. So I'm really excited about our upcoming events using these skills.
Do you agree? Do you feel like the new training regimen has really helped?
Yeah, I agree a lot actually with Emmalee. I think it's been, at first it was starting to take a mental toll on a lot of us, and the game started to, we have to remember that it's a game, and it wasn't becoming fun for some of us because it was really grinding us out, and it got to a point where we're like, okay, we need to stop, we need to put the brakes on, we need to slow down and take a step back and realize that it's a game and we're supposed to have fun doing it. We're not supposed to overstress ourselves. And so changing our schedule and our training regimen has been a huge positive for our team as a whole.
And you're winning.
Yes.
And you're playing the best that you've ever played as a team.
Ready now.
All right, so tell us about a common misconception in esports about women esports players.
I think one of the things that really stands out to me is that people, whether people who are in charge or people who are players or even just fans, think that we're content with where we are. Like, you know, we've reached like a skill level and we're fine with where we are, you know, because we're playing at tournaments and we're doing all the things that we've dreamed of doing. But in reality, for us, we really strive to be better every day. We don't want to be just the best female team in the world. We just want to be a really good team in general. And so I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions is people think that we're content with where we are, but we're really not. I think every day, like I said, we're just striving to be better and better, and that's just our goal every day.
Yeah, and people also think that we just sit around and maybe play for a few hours a day, but actually it's our job. It's what we love to do. So we put 6 hours in together and then extra 3 or 4 on our own time. And it's a lot of work, and it's something that we love to do, and we work hard, and it's more than people know. We do more than what people know of what we do.
So in the past, it felt like a lot of things fell on our shoulder. It didn't feel it did. There was a lot of things that we had to take care of ourselves. Now being a part of Dignitas and the 76ers, we have so much external support that everything, all that extra stuff we just don't worry about. We can focus on ourselves. We can use the tools, the resources that we're getting from the 76ers and Dignitas to really better ourselves, mentally, physically, getting healthier. We just have a bunch of tools now that we can use and implement in-game to really give us that extra step. And I think we have a strong team, and I think if we all put in these little things we learned, it'll really bring us to that next level that we're really aiming for.
That's great. You were going to talk about your experiences today.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experiences today. What did you think? How did you feel?
I felt really took in charge, and I feel really backed up by the team. We met with the PR, with the nutritionist, the how do you say it in English? The physiologist.
Yeah.
And you're coming out with new stretches to prevent injury, and just for the nutritionist, you're looking more at ingredients on how to eat better and how to be healthy. And we also met with the sports psychologist, and he gave us a lot of tricks on how to manage our stress before tournaments, or just how to have a different perception on before big matches, or just how to have a better mind, like a healthy mind going into a tournament. So yeah, it was really great, really great.
All right, tell us a little bit about what it's like to work for Team Dignitas, is owned by the Philadelphia 76ers NBA franchise.
It's really an honor to be a part of this historic organization, essentially, and so is Team Dignitas. They've been around since 2003, so it just seems like, you know, this really natural pairing to bring one of the most historic esports organizations together, along with one of the most historic NBA teams, and it's just amazing the amount of resources they have. We've spent the entire day at the training facility, and we've talked to sports psychologists, nutritionists, various team doctors. We did some exercising, and we even got to watch the players scrimmage on the court, and that was amazing. So the amount of resources we had access to is just mind-blowing. I've been in this esports industry for 18 years now, and I've never seen any other team have access to that. It's incredible how well we've been treated, and you know, even just little things like one of the doctors that was talking with us, he did his research on our game and our players. Even, you know, when we showed up, he knew exactly who we were, and he knew our background. He even had fun pictures of us, relating those to the Sixers players and how similar we are. So that was just fantastic. He even knew something as small as this boost called the Olaf Meister boost in the game. And I couldn't believe that he researched that. And it made me feel so special that we are part of the team. And they gave us just as much attention as they gave the NBA players on the court today, and that just made us all feel fantastic. And it's great to be part of an organization that really puts their players first and their fans first. They care about us as individuals, not just are we winners, but what does our future look like, and how can we better ourselves? How do we better our individual brand so we can be more marketable? And so all of that it's overwhelming how much we've been given, and we're just honored.
It's been a good day, and
Yeah.
it's Buffalo Wild Wings. So
And we got some Buffalo. Oh, and that's another thing. You know, I've been in this I've been in this industry for a while, and you know, a lot of the sponsors that come in have natural ties to gaming, which of course makes sense. But like the 76ers open up more opportunities, not just for us as a team, but esports in general, because Buffalo Wild Wings is used to working with the NBA teams, and now they say, oh, an NBA team has validated esports. Maybe that validates esports for me too. So that opens up the door, not just for us, but esports in a whole. It really kind of validates that this sport is just massive. So.
like, Brain, how you felt? You come in here, what were you expecting, and how did you feel walking around and meeting people?
When I came in today, I wasn't expecting to be catered to so much. You know, we had somebody with us all day showing us around and showing us the ropes of the place, and we met with so many executives and nutritionists and sports psychologists, and they really showed that they do care about us more than just a team, that they're gonna...
Working out in the gym, what was that like? Working out in the same gym with NBA players?
Yeah, walking around the facility and working out at the gym and watching the players, it was really an amazing experience. It was something I never thought I would be doing in my life, especially in esports. I never thought esports would be coming this far, but it's growing so far and so big, and I'm just really excited for the future, especially with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Question will be, if you could create a magical tournament, unlimited budget and resources, what would your tournament or sports event be?
So, well, back in the day, before gaming was massive, we had what was called BYOC tournaments, bring your own computer. And the worst of the worst would come, and the best of the best would come. And all of those people got to play in the same tournament. And it was magical because that's what made stars. Some of these underdogs that had no opportunity to play against the big dogs, got their shot, and they made their name for themselves. And that's actually where my husband got his start too. He was just some no-name 14-year-old, and everyone thought he cheated online. And then he went to a big tournament, and he beat some of the best teams in the world. That doesn't happen as much today because a lot of the focus is on those big and those best teams, and usually it's kind of an invite only or the qualification is online. I'd love to see the best of the best and the amateurs and even the fans get into it because the fans are players themselves too. And one of the best experiences I ever had, and it was actually with Emmalee, we were in a tournament similar to that, and we got to play against Navi, one of the best teams in the world, and we lost, but we got 12 rounds against them, and that was really cool, and it was just this great experience. So, I miss that tournament format. It doesn't happen anymore, so I'd love to see that again because, getting the chance to play against the best in the world is not only fun, but it gives amateur players that opportunity to kind of like break through and really make a name for themselves.
I think that mixed in with maybe a music festival kind of theme, you'd have DJs sitting out food trucks and stuff, and that way after you play a match and instead of being really segregating yourself and just being really down on yourself, you could go out and enjoy your time with your team, and it'd be a way for you to kind of interact with your fans too, because they'd be out there watching you and they'd be out there doing just the music festival vibe kind of thing. I think that'd be really cool if it was a BYOC with that kind of theme, and I think that'd be awesome.
One of the best things about esports is the people you meet and the friends you make. And in today's tournaments, it's kind of you show up at your scheduled time, someone has a shuttle for you, and then when you're done, someone has a shuttle for you to go back. But I'd love that if these tournaments had more of a community vibe where there's something you can do, and music festival would be a totally natural additional event where you could hang out after the matches and have some
Everyone
fun.
thinks that gamers are antisocial or something.
No, we're not.
Really
we want to. We wait until
yeah.
Sunday night for the after party because that's the only time that there's kind of a social event.
And that's another thing too is the after parties are usually invite only. If you have to either be a player or someone that knows a player, you can't, or a partner with whoever's hosting the party. It's never the fans can never show up and be there. Sometimes, but it's really rare that the fans can show up at the after party too. So I think that whole festival environment would be really awesome.
Guys.